Like, what would you guys rate the show out of 10?
I'll say a good 10.
I would say like a 9.
I say 10. I don't really
I say
see
9.
I say what the fuck?
Marvel's Wonder Man came out, you know, the first, or, well, no, why did I say the first? It was like, well, at least the first show of the year.
First show of the year, first show in a while that actually made me feel anything, honestly.
It's Marvel's been putting out some lackluster stuff, but
Butt ass. Just straight up butt ass.
I couldn't breathe, E.
Just too much dookie. Just like,
straight butt ass.
But with Wonder Man is actually a very moving script, well written. I felt very connected to the character as an actor myself. It was very relatable, like just the struggles. And in most like superhero-esque films and like shows and flicks, I really like enjoy like heavily sci-fi, you know, showing off abilities, powers. They didn't really lean on that, like what his abilities are. They more so, you know, focused on who he was as a person.
the humanity.
Yeah. It was really able to connect with someone who is like so, and he's Wonder Man.
Yeah.
He's Wonder Man.
I ain't gonna lie, going into it, all the stuff that I saw, like what little promo material I saw going in, like I was seriously expecting some more mid. I ain't gonna cap. I have very low expectations going in because it's
Really?
like, you know,
After they flown you out, nigga? Like, what are you talking about?
that was the dilemma though. That was the dilemma
His
though.
agent just getting ringed up right now. Like, yo, what are you serious?
That was the dilemma.
Bro, we didn't go on a trip to LA. You went to LA.
We can all laugh
You
about
met
it
the
now.
nigga that made the show, bro.
Yo, that's
We can all
crazy.
laugh about it now because, you know, the show done came out. I gave it a positive review. I enjoyed the shit. Like, unironically, I think the show was good. We can all laugh about it now. But going into it, I was hella concerned before I got into that trick. Because, yeah, for those of y'all who follow me on, like, you know, social media and stuff, Disney flew your boy out. You know what I'm saying? They wined me, dined me, had me feeling like a sugar baby. You know what I'm saying? They was giving me the red carpet treatment.
Hey, yo.
So part of me was, like, nervous being like, yo, am I gonna, like, are they doing all this, like, are they, like, having me up in this, like, 5-star hotel, expecting me just to be, like, out here shucking and jiving for some Wonder Man like I'm Bojangles, dog? Like, I didn't want to, like...
You see how Matt just sprinkled a 5-star hotel?
5-star
Flex a sack, G. Flex a sack.
5-star hotel.
But not for real. But it's like, my followers, though, like, I keep it a butt when it comes to my reviews, dog. I don't care, like, you know, like, how much folks roll out the red carpet. So I was nervous. I really didn't want to be like, yo, I would hate to have to, like, tell my audience that shit is mid, dog. But, like, it actually wasn't. Like, they genuinely cooked with it. I ain't gonna lie. Yahya Abdul-Mateen, the star, like, he did his thing with that
It was
shit.
really, like, I just loved how it just felt like a real TV show, you know? Like, a lot of these Marvel shows just don't feel like anything for the most part. Like,
Just
they don't,
filler.
Exactly.
Extra long movies is what they feel like.
Exactly. You know, like, this felt like characters that I care about, and with a story that isn't like the fate of the world. It's like a relatable story about believing in yourself, you know? And at the end of the day, superheroes are supposed to be a reflection of ourselves. And we can't just always see them fight some big ass monster and shit. Like, sometimes we got to see them fight like inner struggles. So that's
mental
what I
health is
personally
important,
appreciated
so.
with the show, you know? But yeah.
You know what I was thinking when like I finished the show? I was thinking to myself, I was like, yo, this is what She-Hulk should have been. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I feel like this is like a better executed
Interesting.
version of like what She-Hulk was trying to like execute. Because, you know, like She-Hulk tried to like come at it from the angle of like, yo, it's like the MCU from the vantage point of like working everyday folks. Because, like, you know, Jennifer Walters is a lawyer. So it's like the idea or the concept was like, okay, you're seeing how like people in like average everyday settings or like average workplace settings, like how the MCU, the world of the MCU, like affects that. But I feel like this show executed that a lot better because A, because the writing quality is a lot better, but B, because like they did a much better job of like making you relate to the character of Simon Williams. You know what I'm saying? It's like, especially for me, episode 3 was when I really like was fully like invested in the story where I was like, okay, this is something like I would be willing to see where it goes.
Yeah. I really fucked with Doorman. Doorman's funny as fuck. Ding dong. Like, that shit killed me, bro.
Yo, bro didn't switch to knock knock, bro. Like he read the comment. I was like, Yo, but reading the comments is like so crazy when you make something, because bro was just in his room and he was just a big ass room, mind you, like guy's rich, and bro was just like, oh, like they just hating on me because of who I am, and then guys just like, you know what, I've known him like for a long time, I've seen him work, and you know it still puts a smile on my face, and it's just like thank you. And it's just like that's so real as like content creators, you always get so much hate. And then you see that one person that like, you know, supports even from like the background. It's always a good feel.
Mm-hmm. It low-key kind of reminded me of the Green Goblin's monologue in the first Spider-Man movie, where it's like, the only thing that people like to see more than a hero rise is a hero fall. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's like the exact same thing, the exact same gimmick that rose Doorman to success, or that had him feeling like he was the hot shit and that like had people loving him, eventually was the exact same thing that was like, you know, tripping him up, making folks look at him like he was a one-trick pony, being like, hey nigga, like, yeah, you can do the door thing, but like that's all you're good for, bro. That's all we really want. Like it was so real the way that like they displayed that like in the show, like I felt.
Facts, but can we talk about the elephant in the room? My brothers, Calvin, Chris. Are we touching random goop that we find underneath a dumpster?
No.
Some bullshit?
Like, no. Like,
just a literal black hole you see in the floor? Are you touching that? Are you touching that? How he got his powers? Yeah. How he became the doorman?
Yeah.
He just saw random goop after like taking out the garbage and like shit sinking into the floor. Why would you put your hands in that?
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Like, why is he that curious? That's my question.
I'm not, like, we all saw Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That was cheese touch times a million. I'm not touching it.
Damn.
Keep it over there.
For real, keep that goop to yourself, yo. But like, speaking of powers, like I was even thinking about it when like they dived a bit into like Simon Williams' backstory. We don't really get to see the origin of where his powers come from. So I'm curious. My theory is Homeboy is a mutant. I feel like they're making him a mutant for the MCU.
Or Inhuman.
Yeah,
he's a mutant.
Let's keep it. The humans are dead, bro.
He's a mutant. He's not Inhuman, bro. No. We're not doing that, bro. We're not doing that, bro.
Mutant's kind of like mid-range character, you know, street level fighter. But like, if he was a human, it'd make more sense of why is he so powerful. Like, bro was flying, bro.
But mutants are some of the most powerful niggas in like the Marvel universe, bro.
But Inhumans are way more powerful, in my opinion, because they are born with like more stronger gifts. Like a lot of Inhumans could like straight up end the world if their powers went out of control. And most of the mutants that we see, aside from like Sebastian Shaw, Emma Frost, or let's say Cyclops if his powers like got crazy.
Magneto,
Storm,
Jean
Grey. But like those are like the top ranking Omega level mutants. You know what I'm saying? But like just as a society, like yo, Black Bolt take you out with a whisper of his mouth. As long as Reed Richards doesn't tell you, you know, he could take you out with a whisper of his mouth to a reality warper.
I mean, yet the Hulk still like hold his ass when he came down in World War Hulk, bro. Like the Hulk, like yo, he made that nigga his bitch.
Oh, okay, but
that was a rough thing to witness.
That's the Hulk, G. That's the Hulk.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. Personally, I feel like the mutants are stronger just because, like, you know, the upper limits of like their abilities. Like the whole point of like Omega level mutants is that like there's no upper limit to like their strength and like what they can do. Like when you have characters like say Iceman. Iceman is a character that niggas was sleeping on for like majority of like his comic book history. It wasn't until like I think like Emma Frost or like some telepath like took over his body and was like, yo, you could actually be a problem if you like put your mind to it, dog. You could actually like do some crazy shit. And like that's when he actually started looking into, yo, maybe I could be doing like more than I thought. And now he's like a legitimate menace. He's like a like existential threat. So it's like that's the thing that I feel like sets mutants apart from Inhumans. That like Inhumans, yeah, Black Bolt's a menace, definitely. Black Bolt, like he's got his fair share of like skills, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I feel like there's a ceiling of like how much like his voice, no matter how like powerful it is, like there's a ceiling of like how much damage he can do. But like I don't think you can say the same for like a lot of like the most powerful mutants. At least my opinion. Anyways, Wonder Man. Calvin, what do you think? Is Simon a mutant?
I think he's a mutant. Like low key, it's just like he like it's a tale old as time. Like mutants reflect like just like inner struggle and shit like that. And Simon struggles with his inner powers. Like I never really seen an inhuman struggle with their powers like Simon did. So like that's why I feel like it just happened. You know, his powers just showed up. So that's why I feel like he's a mutant. He's definitely a mutant. They're literally showcasing mutants in the MCU now. They're like he's a mutant, bro.
Right, bro. Well, maybe I'll concede on this one, but we'll see.
Oh,
We'll see.
Yeah, well, I also like how like it's one of the most like realistic portrayals of like superpowers, not even necessarily like the powers themselves, but like more the societal like ramifications of having those superpowers. And the fact that like the whole point of the show is that those abilities are a problem for this nigga. He does not want to be a superhero. He doesn't want to save the world. He doesn't want to protect niggas. He doesn't want to like help nobody.
It's hard for him to control his powers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the scariest part of like a superhero. Like in reality, whenever I saw Wonder Man or Doorman like go into a bar and I'm like, oh, they're drinking. And I'm like, what if your powers just went crazy when you went, like if you're drunk? Like you don't know what until you try it. Cause these are like, cause Doorman, all I can think about is him tearing like a hole through space.
Yeah.
And then creating a black hole and everyone's cooked.
Yeah. He could be getting a lap dance in the club. Next thing you know, like Shorty's into like the shadow realm, you know what I'm
Shorty
saying?
goes up. My bro goes up, Shorty goes down. Like, oh no. Where'd she go?
Not
Where'd she go? No, you know what I think happened to that actor that tried to go through?
Mm-hmm.
I think he just went through the floor. I think he just went through. Because remember when he first got his powers and then his cat went through him and he went like underneath? Thankfully, there was a whole apartment underneath. Well, this guy, he was sick and then it just went in and the bag went through, but it looked like he went down. So I'm like, I think he just got smushed.
Like buried alive, literally.
Buried alive.
That's crazy.
Because they didn't find him at all. Like,
there was no trace of him. There was zero trace of him. That's a crazy thing to,
Damn.
I didn't even think of that.
Damn.
R.I.P.
Right.
Josh Gad, bro.
Yeah, he's dead in the Marvel universe.
Frozen 3 gonna be some dark shit now.
For real.
They're gonna have to do it like Wakanda Forever. They're gonna have to write in a plot line where like Olaf like died off screen and be like the whole thing is just a tribute to Olaf. You know what I'm saying?
Not tribute to Olaf.
Damn. All right. Anything else you all want to talk about?
I mean, like just in general, like what would you guys rate the show out of 10?
I'll say a good 10.
I would say like a 9.
I say 10. I don't really
I
see.
say 9.
I say, what the fuck?
Duke it out.
Say 9.
No, like 10. Because honestly, like my expectations for Marvel have been low. Very low. Cause
so you're just gonna like shoot it straight up to a 10?
Listen,
as soon as they get
because
good?
The last 10 that I gave
This is Marvel's peak? Answer the question. Is this Marvel's peak?
Huh? No.
Is this Marvel's peak?
No.
So why are you giving it a 10? Why is he giving it a 10?
I gotta agree with Calvin Loki. Like Infinity War is a 10.
Yeah, like you're just
Winter
gonna give it a
Soldier's
10, bro.
Okay.
There goes our reputability. Y'all were just talking about 10. Like, 10 out of what? 20?
Take the glasses off. Take the glasses off. Do something. This guy. Y'all saw X-Men 97, right?
Yeah.
That was the last 10 that I gave to Marvel, okay? That
was last year.
Exactly. Exactly. This show's bumping. So that's why I'm giving it another 10. You could say 9. With your high ass expectations.
I'm just like, I don't want that to be my favorite. Like, it just got here, bro. Like, I'm not just gonna give it a 10. It's really good, but I'm not just gonna give it a 10.
Fickle motherfucker.
If that's your pretty fair enough, bro. Personally, like, I would give it either. You know what? I feel like for my personal sensibilities, at least like in terms of like the types of MCU stories that like I gravitate toward, because like even though like I can acknowledge that this show executed what it was trying to do with like 100% like accuracy. Like I don't have much complaints about like for what it is. I don't have much complaints about the show, but in terms of like how I feel about like compared to the rest of the MCU, I would probably give it an 8.5.
Damn right.
I would probably give it an 8.5. Right?
What are you gonna do, bro?
He's like, yo, I just want to talk to you. I just
want to talk to you. I just want to have a conversation.
I would give it an 8.5. I would give it an 8.5.
8.5. You know what? I'm gonna give it a 7.
Just lowering the bar. Just like, yo, Maalik gonna shake you. Just yeah.